Well, George, we talked with the governor last week, and we asked him very pointedly if he intended to advocate diversion to fund Medicaid and the court system. He said to us that he would not advocate diversion and that he intended to see introduced a revenue-producing package, which we understand is to be basically a severance tax proposal. We indicated to him that we thought that this was an acceptable alternative to diversion and that we would try and assist him in finding additional revenues for areas that need funding. And we are doing this, of course, as the alternative to diversion.
You support then a severance tax?
Well, we're not saying that we're supporting the tax. We're going to try to help the governor find alternative ways. If this is a way that he thinks it can be done, then we certainly would prefer that to diversion. He says that these are non-consumer taxes, that they are taxes that would not necessarily bear upon the people, but would rather, as he put it, keep a few millionaires from benefiting at the expense of the resources that belong to all the people of the state.
He gave you assurances in a conversation that he would not propose diversion?
Yes, he did. He said very pointedly that he would not advocate diversion.
Since there has been introduction of a suggestion or even legislation to divert 5% of sales tax away from education for Medicaid, is there other alternatives that you might suggest?
Well, we would suggest none. I'm sure there will be others suggested by members of the legislature. Last year, for an example, someone wanted to put a $50 million cap on utilities and divert then monies beyond that point to bail out the court system. Whether that will be reintroduced this year or not, I don't know, but I presume that it very well may. And I'm sure there'll be other alternatives that legislators individually or in small groups might come with. But I think it's interesting to note that the governor's not going to come with that alternative himself and has indicated, as I said very pointedly, that he will not support diversion from education.
Now that's the governor.
Yes.
What about the legislature per se? Do you think
well,
there'll be efforts
we
there?
believe that the majority of the legislature, as they have since 1975, will oppose diversion. As you know, they took $30 million in 75, but they refused to take money in 76 and 77. So we believe the majority of the legislators are not going to advocate diversion and will in fact vote against diversion.